now. Hey, sweetheart, how are you, darling? What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, what's new, pussycat? Oh, yeah. It's blind. I'm blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, and in the middle of the night, blinded. But yeah, I don't hate all predator catchers, by the way. But even you were giving Gideon some criticism. I know you're a really sharp thinker. I'm not as verbose as you. I'm not as opinionated. But I want to give little snapshots of that. With my ADHD, it's hard to stay on track. So when the moment hits and the inspiration, I have to go with it. So I'm glad to be alive in this day and age when I can preserve thoughts before they fizzle away in my old brain. I'm charging my clip-on mic for later today. I'm going to do an exercise stream in my workout room, but it died on me a few minutes ago. Oh, she said that too much. I'm fat. Oh. I'm fat, and I'm self-conscious of that. But ants will get into my drink. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate you. Let me just get this inside. I want to get naked and suntan my little white buns. My neighbor would freak out. But the old lady, she's always doing all of her own gardening, and she's got a huge yard. I feel so bad because they Ambulance took her away last night. I'm like, oh no, if I would only offered to mow her lawn a couple more times, it would have saved her. You know, I help her out with stuff, but I know when I say something that like just raises a question, it's not even like a negative thing. People go, "Oh, you're probably a pedo yourself. You have the face of a giant pedo." I'm like, do pedos look the same? Because I'm pretty sure I don't look like one. What? Because I have a big nose or something? I don't know. Like, but yeah, tell me if you guys can hear me because I don't want to scream from far away. But I want to run around with my lapel mic, but it's not charged up. I guess I could tell my small thingy story. I don't know if you guys have heard it before. I'll give it a couple more minutes. Yay. But I'm not going to do much more dancing on here unless it's integrated into a workout stream because I'm scaring too many people away. If that's like their first impression of me, they head for the hills without checking my more cerebral content that I actually work hard to make my playlist, organize it just for myself, my own sanity, you know. Big fat got a big fat dick. I like it that way. Big fat cock. Oh, thank you so much. I never say that. I'd actually rather people subscribe and click the bell notification, set it to all instead of personalized, but I never remember to do that either when I'm sub to somebody fresh, you know. And you have, YouTube forces you to keep a balanced ratio of people you're subbed versus people that are subbed to you. I tried to subscribe to some new friends and they're like, nope, you gotta unsub. Thank you. Oh my gosh. My heart's in my throat. I can't stop hiccup up even with like a little bit of fucking water. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I get misunderstood because when I'm alive and energetic, there's nobody around to share my joy. But then when I'm serious and stoic, there's no one around to support my higher thinking thingies that I'm trying to do, you know. But then I never know when I'm going to be on target or I almost said cooperative. It's hard to like collaborate with people. I have this fitness instructor gal. She wants to do a video with me, and I know it would be amazing. And I get tons of promotion. She's got a big channel. She's got like 7 to 10K subs. It's big to me, you know. But I don't want to do it for the wrong reasons. I want my heart to be in it, you know. Maybe I'm just self-conscious. But I will tell my small penis story. For those that hadn't heard it, one time we snuck out after band practice at the Christian church, and we went to the old swimming hole, called it the Georgian hole. And this place, we all knew about it. I was the designated driver. And we took a bunch of dudes and a bunch of chicks, and we were supposed to close our eyes and count to 3. Well, the girls ambushed the dudes. Before we were done counting, they yanked all of our pants down. And when they yanked mine down, you can hear a pin drop of pure silence, and then it just burst into giggling. And all the girls said, like, it's the teeniest, tiniest little weenie we've ever seen. It's a 1-inch wonder, you know. And I've been homeschooled up to that point, so I'd never been in a gym locker room. I thought all guys were the same down there, no matter what. Because why would God make it any different, right? That was my rationale. But I learned a hard lesson that day, and then they told the whole school, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Because up until then, I was kind of the heartthrob of the town, and then I was just known as the guy with super tall with nothing between his legs. Come on, just because the story involves a penis doesn't mean it's brutal. No, this is a slice of life true story. You've never heard me tell this before? I do this stream like once a month because it's my most requested topic. A whole 3 or 4 people want me to do it. So yeah, it's an 18 and over channel. I have that set on my settings. Sometimes some people slip through the cracks, so to speak. But you see what I'm trying to do. Does this come across salacious or self-glorifying? I mean, how could it? I'm talking about having a small one. I don't like that. I don't like I just think it'd be interesting and helpful for a lot of men. They are said, don't dwell on it, don't even think about blah, blah, blah. The right person will like you for you no matter what. Well, it's not necessarily true, because every single date I've been on, when they go to unbuckle my pants, especially if it's a black girl, they'll be like, that is the tiniest little cocktail weenie I've ever seen. And I'm like, what? So now I'm thinking I should wear a shirt that said I've got no dick to drag me down, to make me small, or make me frown. I've got no dick between my legs. I've got no penis on me. But well, this is good. If I have to emphasize a point, I could just scream into this thing. Woo! But like, I was so shocked. And once because I'd never seen porn, I was showed it at like a super early age. Somebody went to the lake, they dug up an old Hustler magazine, and they keep reburying it in their secret spot, you know. And all the teenagers in the town, we would go back to it once a week and try to dig it up and leaf through it and rip out a page or whatever. But I didn't think women had pubic hair, so it was close-ups on full 70s bush, so it was just this big, massive hair, more hair than I have on my head. And I wasn't ready to process that at like 8 years old. I didn't think it was very feminine, and it hit me the wrong way. You know what I mean? So to this day, I don't like seeing women nude from like super close up, and I'm not into pornography or anything like that. Thank God, I don't need another addiction in my life, right? But that kind of scared me away of sex at an early age. You know, I just got weird and self-conscious in my head, you know. Oh. It's not letting me approve the message. No. Can you say it while censoring yourself? It's not going to let me approve it. Maybe it'll let me do it inside. Give me 1 second. 3-minute break. Hey, honey. So yeah. Oh, Amanda, I made an AI video of you kind of halfway on accident. I just made a you like singing in your headphones to Oliver, what's his name, but instead it saved it as a draft, and I forgot about it. And then I went to make another video of my friend at the, you know, talking to me as a lifeguard, and it tacked your video on to the end of that one that I made. Makes no sense at all, except it saved it all as one video. So I'll tag you in the link. It's nothing too exciting, but it's just this random video of me at the pool, and then it cuts to you singing in your headphones. So I'm like, oh no, she's gonna get so mad if she sees this randomly. No, but it was a tribute to you. It's cute, and you look good in the video. I'll tag you so you can see it. But I'll delete it if you don't like it. You're literally just on for a split second on the end. Don't get mad at me. Yeah, no, it didn't make any sense to me. But now I know you can make a multi-segment AI video. Like you could pause it and come back to it and then just interject another scene and then do another cutaway and do a special effect or an editing thing. It's so cool. I can't wait to be creative. No, you have a great voice. A lot of Americans are still a sucker for a British accent. Like it sounds very intelligent to us, like the pronunciation. It sounds very classy. We have that connotation in our mind already. Well, that's the thing. It took no technique at all. That's why the AI messed up on the command that I tried to give it. But it just, yeah, it was like a happy accident type of thing. No, I'm so stupid with technology. I'm late to the party. I didn't get my first iPhone until 5 to 7 years after all my peers had gotten theirs. I was still on a flip phone and broke and just living out of my car. So I was homeless for so long. But no, your voice isn't featured in the thing. You're just like mouthing, singing along, and then the Oliver song's playing in the background. No, you're super cute, especially without your glasses. Oh no, I said that out loud. Katoinko, right in the face. Dun. But I miss having tons of people in here. Even when they would just make friends with each other and totally ignore me. At first I was pissed, and then I'm like, I would kill to have that again. Because people are like, oh, we know just the place to go for a friendly atmosphere where at least the people in chat are cool, if not the topics or whatever I'm trying to do, Oh, I promised I wouldn't shake my bacon anymore. Yeah. Well, when I had my first big channel, I got addicted to going live because I had so many people in here. So it kind of messed with my mind and it made me get stuck up. They're like, don't ever change, Maddie, but I totally did change and I feel horrible, Yeah. But some people just groom you and use you, and they'll try to get you to join a hate mob or a Discord where they're hating on a person you never heard of, and they'll try to like weaponize everything. So I had to say, I'm not affiliated with any one party or group, and I won't be weaponized. I just want to be a big peace-loving hippie, But yeah, people freak out when I dance. It's something I never knew. But at first, I loved doing it for my OGs, and I also loved doing it for the new trolls that would send them running for the hills. But then, this lady the other day, she's like, I used to come to your Bible studies and all your topical streams, and now I'm too scared to show up, I'm like, And then there was a rumor that I banned people in chat all the time, and that's not true. Oh man, I wish I could do good on Twitch. You gotta help me out. I'm gonna start a new channel on there for just music and taking requests. I heard it's good for musicians and like hot tub enthusiasts or gamers and stuff. But maybe I'll play guitar in my Speedos in a hot tub. I wish there was like an underwater guitar. That'd be cool. Yeah, let me know how that works out. And send me your Twitch channel so I could support your ass. Support your ass, fool. Yeah. I get Twitch and Kick mixed up. I think I got kicked out of Kick. No, but I had I had a TikTok for a while, and then it was just lame. I ran out of dance moves and duets. It just got boring, you know. So it was hard to promote myself. I was just like, so should I just duet like the most popular channels I find, and then the word spreads, and it was just like I couldn't figure out. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I don't care what kind of background it is. So yeah, I think people with ADHD and autism, we respond to music differently. Like I have to have my 2 to 3 hours of music before bed, and that's like the only OCD thing I do in my day where I'm like, have to have it. Meanwhile, it wouldn't kill me to do something else, but I'm kind of a stickler for a routine when I can, because life throws all these things at me that I don't know how to deal with, at least immediately, right? So I have to write them down. I have to try to say, let me attack all my different categories in this different grouping each day and see how far I get, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna have a really firm set of buns tomorrow when I wake up. I was doing power squats all day yesterday on my whatchamacallit machine, Total Gym. But I got it at a garage sale, and it's missing some weights, and it's missing half of the setup, so it's so rickety it feels like it's gonna fall apart every time I get on it. Edinburgh. Oh, I'd love to see the sights. I've never been there, never been on that side of the world. I've been to like 10 different states, and most of it was just a stop off for switch jets and planes. We're finally getting like drone delivery service for like Little Caesars Pizza, so I wanted to like go outside and have the world's biggest pizza funnel and just hold it up to the sky and say, just drop it right in my big fat tummy. You know, I just funnel it into my mouth. But now they're worried about birds and stuff scarfing all the food before it gets to the people delivering, you know. I'm bouncing with the feeling. Someone could think I'm a tard, I understand. I'm the sweetest guy. I'm the best guy to have in your corner. I'm a little quirky, but I'm the nicest guy. I make up for it in all these other ways, I think. Especially behind the scenes. Sometimes I sound stuck up on a live stream. It's because I've got no penis. I've got to compensate. But yeah. Oh no. But yeah, it's not letting me see your naughty message. Let me try something real quick. That's cute. It's weird, it doesn't let me approve them on the screen. So I'm thinking it's trying to reconnect, but I think my Wi-Fi is better outside. It's kind of strange. I don't know how all that works. I might get that Wi-Fi mesh system where you plug in the things with 5 different plugs and it bounces and ricochets off of it and gives you a better signal. I had one of those signal extender antennas, but I can't find it in the boxes. Anyway, let me know, you guys, how I can make this channel better. I want to grow it for you unselfishly. I know I've got to. I'm a naughty, naughty boy. But yeah, I miss all the women that used to come in here and get me all riled up and gussied up. But maybe it's better for me as a pure-hearted good boy to not have it. But but they would tell me to do stuff and I would just do it, you know, without thinking. I get naked and stand on your head and juggle batons. I'm like, yes, master. Yes, master. But when I get a lack of feedback, you know, I don't always know because I'm pretty darn naive. I grew up like without, you know, anybody to raise me. It was like Mowgli being raised by wolves in the Jungle Book, you know. And to this day, most of my friends are working. They've got wives and kids, and I go to the barbecues, but I can't relate. I like meeting people on here that are spunky, that are into cool music and cool things that can keep me inspired, keep me young, and keep me bumping along, you know. I know. But I watched the Lorena Bobbitt thing. I don't know if you remember where you were at. I think it all happened in California, but that was a crazy thing. He was abusive to her, and in the middle of the night she cut off his penis and she threw it in a field outside, and they found it and they reattached it to him. And then he did a porno called like Frankenpenis, because everyone was curious to see what it looked like, if it was all mangled and with scars all over it, and I guess it was. But then he got like an enlargement and he tried to make money off that, and it was a whole thing. Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah, I could teach you guitar. I have all these ways of trying to learn it the wrong way, and different things are easier to understand to different people. But anyway, about the Lorena Bobbitt thing, they found his wiener and they finally showed the uncensored photo, which I did not need to see, in the Amazon documentary, and it was like an inch. So I'm like, oh, thank God, the same size as mine. I saw that movie. That's great. She's got teeth in her vajayjay. She bites off guys' dicks. I understand women see that as a female empowering thing, but I thought that was pretty clever, and it was done really well. Good effects. I stopped watching movies at about 2015 because I was burnt out from my free rentals at Blockbuster when I worked there for a while. I'd seen every movie between, I don't want to exaggerate, at least between 1988 and 2015. because that's when they had their service in the mail where you sent out the Blu-rays and the DVDs and stuff. That was a huge deal at the time, but they had every movie imaginable through the mail service, but none of that in the stores in stock, you know. Oh, absolutely. There's a new movie out where the woman pretends to be drunk and she pretends to pass out, and then the guys try to grape her and she like cuts their heads or penises off. It's a really good movie. It's got a lot of tonal shifts in it, so it had mixed reviews. I'll let you know when I think of the name, but it's called like Just an Ordinary Good Girl or something like that. But yeah, I know you gals have to go through craziness. So it's so hard to prove myself as a male on here, but women trust me with all their secrets, and I would die 1,000 deaths before I would let them down, before I would share DMs or anything like that. Even those that had turned against me, it was only a couple, but I still wouldn't drag them through the mud. Even if they trash me or whatever behind the scenes, I'm not around to see it, so I don't care, you know. But I'm trying to be a good boy and put something good together. You guys know it's not always easy. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. Anyway, questions, comments, critiques, insults, I can take it all. I'll be out of here in about 5 minutes. I gotta figure out the rest of my day. I'll be doing a workout stream, anyone that's interested. Yeah. But originally I was gonna do a whole lifestyle vlogs, and then I had some mental health problems, and I just stayed in my room and stopped doing stuff. I stopped doing barbecue cookouts. I stopped playing guitar. I stopped going on walks, all that stuff, you know. Amanda, Panda. She is the reason for the season. Oh, Amanda is, Amanda is the reason. She is the reason for the season. Yeah. I've got a big needle to compensate for what the Lord should have given me. But yeah, if I had a big wiener, I would be, I'm not saying I would show it everywhere necessarily, but I would make sure I was famous for it somehow. But yeah, sometimes we like it just for the symbolism of strength and stamina and masculinity, which is dumb. But there's also a performative aspect, or there's also like when you get all gussied up and you're doing foreplay, which most guys don't believe about anymore and don't do. Um, yeah. Oh, I should call Guinness, but I don't want them measuring my small dick to prove it, you know what I mean? That'd be embarrassing. What if it was extra cold in the room and I just shrivel up in their hands? It would like invert itself like a turtle, just go back into hiding, you know? Yeah, when we were kids, we had the literal physical book of the Guinness Book of Records. Now it's all online. I don't know if they still sell the book, the coffee table book. But I got a new one for Christmas every day. Every year my aunt would give me one. I don't even know if they have a category, because who would admit to that beyond me, you know? But you know what's crazy? They had a bunch of interviews with people that had small penises on the news, and it got a bazillion views. And then when they said how many inches it was, they all said 2 or 3 inches, and I've only got 1 inch. So I am much smaller than those guys. So if I said something about it, I could be famous, you know, if I cared enough. I was on the Drunken Peasants podcast, my old channel. I had a video that was almost viral where I talked about my experience in like a 30-second short, and it caught fire, and they made an hour and 45 minutes jokes on a 2-minute video. Wow, I'm trying to think positive. I've got a grin on my face, you know. But I'm trying to do like a public service, because I have all these women that want to date me, but I'm 6'9", so when they see me in real life, they're like, oh, he's got to be humongous. But then when they start undoing my pants, they see this cocktail weenie, and they call me P. Diddy Jr., itty bitty ditty, you know. But I like to vent about it, because I have no other forum I could talk about it. I could just come on here with full confidence, power through a million normal things, and have you guys think I was a superstar. But I love to lead with my honesty. Sometimes I need more feedback, because I'll end up scaring people away through not really realizing what's coming out of my mouth sometimes. Oh. But yeah, what I'm saying, in the heat of the moment, the woman sees my dick, pulls my pants down, and she just can't stop giggling. She's like, I gotta tell my girlfriends. I'm like, no. But then when I break up with a woman, or she breaks up with me, then she definitely tells her girlfriends I'm tiny. And so that's been the case too. I used to work as a promotional specialist for a store. I'm not going to say the name, but I was in charge of demonstrating all the new products, and there were remote control cars and all these crazy toys and stuff. And I was the only one willing to dress in character for the costumes and stuff. So I met a lot of women that way. I got a lot of phone numbers and stuff. But even then, they would come up and they'd drive by and go, he's got a little dick, Like, ah. So every time I see someone going, don't want no short man, I'm like, no. I know they're just having fun most of the time, but the women's faces, you know, doing the little things, and the choreography gets crazy. All right, guys, I got to plan my day and regroup. I got to figure out what I want to eat for lunch. Yesterday, I had a large pizza for lunch and a large homemade for dinner, and I'm feeling fat. But my appetite stimulant meds might be working overtime to compensate. So I don't know. I still don't know how much exact carbs and protein and calories I need per day. And I don't know how much is burn off in my workouts. But I try to avoid cardio, because usually it burns too much, and it burns the muscles on my legs and arms. But now I've got a big fat gut to take care of. Yay, thank you, Sammy. But you know what? You're becoming a star in your own right. Your songs are getting more hits. You're doing more of them. I don't think you need your little Maddie in your life anymore. It's not bad for 44. My birthday's coming up soon. A few weeks, I think. Try not to think about it. When you're older, birthdays are like just another reminder of how old you're getting. But when you're young, they're like these whole events, and you have friends swinging from the chandelier with the booze flowing and everything. I don't do that anymore. Thanks, man. I'm a big boy now. Remember those ads in the 80s? But yeah, but then I just don't like doing negative parodies because people get the wrong idea, like you know who, Little Mono and stuff like that. I mean, if that was my goal, it's different. But I have so many people that share my positivity and stuff that I don't need to stir up any hate, especially under false pretenses or look a certain way at a certain time. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I'm not into it no more. Wow, $10,000 on your wife. That's crazy. Yeah, but the best parodies I do, God just kind of gives them to me in the moment. I know that sounds like a stuffy, stuck-up artist thing to say, but it's true. I never know when inspiration is going to strike, so I'll never spend any more than 5 minutes on a parody song. But then when I look back the next day, I'm like, how did I come up with that? My brain's not working, you know what I mean? So it's not a cop-out. It's just the way the process works. There is no process. I don't know. And people try to get me to do it to a woman, and I never want to do it. That sets a bad precedent, and it creates a bad look. I never want to try that, you know. Lady took us. Oh, was that Golden something? I couldn't tell if that was a woman or a man. I just listened for a split second. I'll check it out. No, I'm not going to do a brutal parody. Plus, I haven't been around the community that long. There's people that know the lore and all that, and they could create much better lyrics. Like Dutchie, he does that. I know he just does AI and stuff. But he's more versed in the history of everything. I just want to spread positivity now. I'm maturing. Shut up. I know, I'm your hero, but thanks, man. I'm just trying to get more people to come to my channel. People think they've heard the old rumors and they think I still take my clothes off, but that was only out of context when people were trying to pay me to do it. You know what I mean? And they don't see that. They just go, oh, what a chump. He gets nude on his channel. I'm like, do I really? Just a casual glance at all the stuff that I've taken on this month. It's all legit topical streams, exercise, Bible study, and guitar stuff, you know. Yeah, but I don't know if it's the right type of crowd. Everybody's weaponized against some group and stuff. I don't like that. I just like casual fun, you know. I don't need Shaw to make me a star. How dare you, Sammy? No offense. I'm sticking to my guns, and you should respect that in a sense. When I first came on the scene, I thought all attention is good attention, and it would help grow the channel. But I was just being short-sighted, immature, and stupid. But I thought I had to cast the widest net possible. So I try to, you know, cater to these subs over here, and then a bunch of women would come in here, and they'd want me to dance dirty and start stripping, and I'd try to cater over here. And I just try to listen to my heart and God now. Thanks, man. I loved our discussions. But if you have a specific thing and a certain individual you're talking about, I never like to weigh in on that. It's too dopey. When we used to talk, it was best when we just talked about therapy and music and religion and stuff and church. All right, I got to check my laundry, then I'll be back to wrap it up. Shayla, that's true. Oh, wow, you like to dance too? You have a cute little tushy on you? Oops. Promised I wouldn't flirt. No. I can't shake my cute little caboose because I'm a man and people take it the wrong way. You went from 0 to hero in my book. Dun, dun. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you so much. I took the case off my phone. I'm worried I'm going to splat it on the ground. But this stand is so much better than my old one. I can actually adjust it a million different ways. Oh, Amanda. Oh. All right, bye, sweetie. Oh, Amanda. Oh. It's not let me end. No.